You're watching to Marvelous Spoke, and in this episode I'm going to talk about application data models and the application Facebook. The core data model of all big internet platforms is the user, the super data model user, and it has all kinds of information associated to him. But this is more true than any other platform for Facebook. Friends. So such concepts of a friend exists in all other platforms, but they are coded differently in other places, like a contact, like connection, like user profile, follower, and so on. There are variations of names of other users' registration, but all these names, all these labels of another user's registration is a little bit foreign and a little bit far away psychologically to the human individual than a friend. A friend is a little bit more close to a user psychologically. So there are variations of a friend that Zuckerberg or the developers that coded Facebook has placed inside his platform, like accepted friends, like blocked friends, like friends requests are friends that are wanting you to become friends with you. There is also close friends that are friends you mostly write, are the friends that you interact the most, and there is a family friends list, and there are also user-defined custom lists of friends, and these are all many-to-many user-to-user relations in the database with some additional tag or an additional semantic in the main-to-many relation. And the platform puts some priority and additional logic according to which list a user belongs to in the other profiles lists. So the platform puts priority, additional logic, and additional visibility according to these user-to-user lists. And this is one of the tricks that has made Facebook successful, by making it social, by focusing on this relationship between users and focusing on this interaction, which is keeping us all inside the box, his box. You are not going to go to a platform that doesn't have no users that you know. You go to the platform because you know in the real world the people that use it. This is one core trick for using it and to making people stick to it. So the wall and the news feed expanded not just with personal content, and it adapted and changed the user behavior, making them subconsciously to put all kinds of comments, opinions, content of all type, not just the personal lyrical stuff. And that brought the engagement to a whole another level by including political, professional, funny jokes and memes, games, and all other types of content from all kinds of sites, verified and not so verified, around the internet. One feature that I haven't seen in such high detail is the visibility option. One of the things missing in most of other platforms is the possibility to fine-tune what other users could see any individual posts. You could select for any individual post what other individuals could see it. You could set it public, only to me, only my friends, or some user-defined group of friends to be able to see it. And there are options for include friends list, including individual users, and exclude from visibility some friends list, or exclude some concrete person from the visibility of every single post. You could fine-tune this thing. So simple texts in Facebook are three types. Very small to the shortest comments. Facebook offers additional color and background styling. Medium size are not visible in their whole, but after clicking on them, you remain in the feed, you remain in the place where you are. And long text posts is when posts get so big that the social network opens them in a new page or on a new screen, so you could read them fully. Another type are nodes. This data model is identical to an article, a blog post from the standard CMSs. It highlights itself with a header image and it styles a little bit differently, so it gets some emphasis that this is not just somebody's opinion, but it's a note, it's styled. So another data models are images. A picture says 1,000 words. They are important to make user feel important by raising their self-image, and because with visual content it is faster and easier to attract attention. That's why one of the whys Instagram became popular, because it was colored, it was with much more effects, and you could post yourself in another light with different effects. So it's a visual expression of yourself that is a little bit more tricking the mind to attract. This is something from nature. You attract bees and flowers, and human individuals attract one another to each other by the colors they put on themselves, or to put on the fruits, or so on. So it is no coincidence. And another data model that's similar is video. Facebook copied the option to create video posts like YouTube. YouTube became popular and Zex copied the functionality. It has the same concepts like normal blog posts, but with some addition. There is title, content, image, thumbnail. There are also hashtags and categories, and there is a video, and the logo of the video post is the thumbnail of the video, and it has the play button. And by starting it directly, the users are kept inside Facebook. Have you recognized that YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, and all other video sites have the option to embed playing their video content onto the other sites? At the beginning, Even Facebook was introducing external sites video. They were made available, playable, and I'm not sure in what moment Facebook decides not to be playable. So this tricky competition game, and this is not a technical issue. So it tries to emphasize their own platform video. Another data model are the external links. This is text comments that have an URL address in them. By posting something into the network, Facebook parses and visits the external site, and this way increases the content it gathers from the internet. And this parsing external sites and external content also increases the meta information about the users and about you as you posted, and about the users that click on it. This allows the platform to collect additional meta information about the interests of the users. As the other data types, it also brings the same data model. The external link, the external sites, Facebook grabs the title, the description, and some logo, some image from the primary image of the web page, and the additional external URL address. In each post in Facebook, you could add hashtags. So these are the same flat one-level way of organizing your content, of associating content as in all other places. Hashtags are also present in Instagram, in Twitter, in YouTube, in all the major content management systems, so on. Not going to talk about hashtags. Another things are groups. These are just lists of users with some admin or admins that manage these groups. So these groups are the way Zuckerberg increased the importance of groups past several years. And this is yet another type of association of users with the interests they have. So groups have name, description, logo, visibility. Could be private or public, and there are several other fields. As the newsfeed became too flooded with all kinds of content, groups was the masking Facebook did to trick people that it is more private. But in practice, it increases the notifications count and the users receive, and thus tries to trick them to be more attracted to the platform by grabbing more and more attention from the users. But just the tube is a group, not the newsfeed. Comments are another essential part of raising the engagement of the users to each other. They are attached to every type of post in the or item in the network. So they are of such high importance that the algorithm of how much people has reached, how much a single post have reached. So marketers try to trick people to comment even with meaningless comment, because this is tricking the algorithm. So comments could contain only text, not only text, very much like any other type of post, but also image, video, external URL address, and so on. So the comment structure is 3. But they have association. They have a parent that is a post or image or whatever. That is the top level, that is the root of the comment. And this is very common, and the comments, the levels of commenting is up to 2 levels. You could comment the top level post, and you could reply to a comment but not to a reply. So this 2-level deep structures are very common all around the internet. So not to have too deep comments and too much clicking inside a tree of comments. Most of the social platforms implement them this way, and one of the platforms that is allowing endless levels of comments is Twitter. Okay, in the end, any social network is all the social networks are just another websites that doesn't have any legal consequence, very much like any other type of media. And all these medias, all these platforms try to steal away the attention of the user. There are ways to integrate these sites, these platforms, into the sites of the governments or the municipalities or some legal entity like the banks. You know that there are technical ways to integrate this online activity to be legal, to have a legal basis, but it is not done because the owners of these platforms do not want, or because the government and the institutions don't want that either. And there is no coincidence for that. Social networks are just a way to release pressure, to increase the ego, to fill emotional gaps in the mind, and it is masturbation. It is emotional, mental masturbation, and less often social networks less often have the ideal goal to achieve something meaningful, altruistic, idealistic. The platform does not offer solutions. The solutions are offered by individuals, but these individuals, solutions need to be tricked. The users must trick the algorithm to make any good goal, altruistic, ideal, something with reach and so on. And only if the users migrate their energy outside of the platform into the real world and onto the sites of the legal entities or into the institutions all around the world that are local to you, it could have some real world result. Everyone has the power to, and everyone that has power realizes what has legal consequence and what does not, and uses the non-essential places like the social platforms, like the standard medias like television and radio, to put out content that will engage users and engage their hearts, their thinking and whatever, to engage, to cool off, to masturbate mentally, and not to do the legal way of bringing some result to the world, like action, like legal interaction with each other. And this is trick that is used by those that do have power, to fade away, to steal the attention of the users. And this is using tricks for this is using the tricks that the platform has embedded into the algorithms, like the too much comments, like using special words. And this way the people with power evade real change by creating stupid bullshit to which people to attach themselves, and to oppose between each other, to divide. And this is done in all ages, with all kinds of platforms, to divide and conquer. So this is what in the core, in its essence, the social network is used for, to evade the legal and the real world consequence. Yes, these platforms could create some result into the real world, but after the users that have registrations in them go outside of the platforms. That's my 2 cents.